Welcome back to the deep dive. We've got some really fascinating material today. We're diving into AI for African youth empowerment and innovation.
That's right. And, we've sifted through these sources, and the idea is to really pull out the core insights. How is AI being framed as a tool for change, specifically for young people in Africa?
Yeah, and what I find interesting right off the bat is how it tackles that perception, that AI is maybe too complex or only for Silicon Valley or places like Shenzhen.
Exactly.
This material really positions it differently, not just something to consume, but more like a pen almost, for young Africans to write their own future, starting locally.
It's a powerful reframe, isn't it?
Yeah.
Moving from just being users of tech to actually being the creators, the innovators solving local problems, potentially global ones too.
Okay, so let's unpack that. The first big thing that jumps out is reframing accessibility, challenging that idea that it's only for the elite or the rich.
Absolutely. The message seems to be pretty clear. AI is for any African wanting to improve things, their life, their community. It's not about needing massive resources from day one.
Right.
It's more about using tools that are already out there, often free, tapping into global platforms, and just having that drive to learn.
And they mentioned practical stuff too, like WordCamp Masaka coming up in July 2025, highlighting it for workshops, networking.
Yeah, it's about that community connection, which actually leads nicely into the next point.
Yeah.
How do you even start? Because AI, let's face it, it can sound intimidating.
Oh, totally. Algorithms, data, it can seem like a huge mountain to climb.
But the material really pushes back on that. It says, look, you can start small. It breaks it down. Understanding the basics is about figuring out how machines kind of think, how they spot patterns and make decisions based on them.
So less about deep math right away and more about grasping that core idea of patterns.
Pretty much. And it gives you tools to, get your hands dirty, free ones. PI.ai, Perplexity.ai, ChatGPT, Notebook from Google. Using these is like step one.
Okay, and here's a bit that I found kind of surprising. The material really emphasizes that you don't necessarily need to be a coder to start working with AI.
That's a really key point they make. I mean, coding is great, obviously opens doors.
Yeah.
But
you don't have to start there.
Exactly. There are so many tools now, no code, low code, that let you engage, experiment, even build things without needing that programming background right away. It just lowers that barrier significantly.
So if someone listening is thinking, okay, interesting, but practically, where do I begin? The advice seems really grounded.
Yeah, it's simple but powerful. Find a problem, a real problem, right there in your own community.
It makes it less abstract, doesn't it?
Totally. Makes AI a tool for something. The source gives examples like, could you use AI to build a chatbot that helps translate local languages, preserve culture, improve communication?
Or farming advice.
Right. An app giving farmers tailored advice based on weather patterns, maybe analyzing pictures of crops. It connects directly to young people becoming, say, podcasters, bloggers, community leaders using these tools.
That local focus makes the applications feel really tangible. Let's talk specific examples they mentioned. Agriculture seems like a big one.
Oh, definitely. The material talks about farmers using smartphones, right? Basic phones, but with AI apps helping predict crop yields better, or spotting diseases from photos, or even suggesting watering schedules.
Wow, that's sophisticated analysis in their pocket.
Yeah. And then there's education. Huge potential there, too.
Like personalized learning.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Intelligent tutors adapting to students. Or language apps, not just local languages, but learning English, Chinese, Spanish, things that open up global business opportunities.
And healthcare, that was mentioned too.
AI assisting with maybe initial diagnosis suggestions, sending health reminders, even things like mental health chatbots offering positive interaction, pointing people towards resources. That's critical where access to professionals is limited.
And you mentioned language preservation earlier. That feels really important for cultural heritage.
It really does. Training AI to understand and translate indigenous languages.
Yeah.
It's about keeping those cultures alive digitally, promoting literacy, ensuring they're part of the future.
So for young people wanting to build something, the message isn't start from absolute zero, is it?
No, not at all. It really emphasizes leveraging what's already there. Integrating with the existing platforms, the ChatGPTs, the Perplexities, PI.
Right.
Use them as collaborators, brainstorming partners. Maybe they help write some code if you decide to go that route. or just explain complex stuff.
The material gets quite creative too, like suggesting building a virtual museum using AI-generated content about African history in something like spatial.io.
Yeah, or avatar-led storytelling. These examples show it's not just like purely functional, it's creative, it's social good. It connects to entrepreneurship.
Ah, yes, business intelligence was mentioned.
Right, using data analysis, AI-powered, to help local businesses make smarter decisions, understand customers, manage stock better, empowering entrepreneurs.
And that's the direct entrepreneurial angle, turning these skills into actual businesses.
Exactly. Selling AI solutions. Maybe it's content creation, maybe it's building chatbots for local shops, or offering AI tutoring services, turning skills into income.
Okay, so there's all this amazing potential, but the material is also very clear about the responsibility that comes with it.
Oh, absolutely crucial. It stresses that it's not just about how to use AI, but using it responsibly, ethically.
So what does that entail, according to the source?
Well, things like understanding bias. If the data an AI learns from is skewed, the AI's outputs might be unfair. So ensuring fairness, inclusivity, that's huge.
Makes sense.
What else? Data privacy.
Yeah.
Whose data are you using? Do you have consent? Digital safety generally. And also being aware of potential harms like misuse for surveillance or spreading misinformation. It's about building ethical awareness from the start.
So if you're inspired, where do you actually go to learn? Does the material point to resources?
It does. It specifically mentions free online classes from groups like the Triskelion Education and Skills Initiative, TSI and My Quest to Teach. They're framed as initiatives really pushing this vision, helping rise Africa as a superpower, as the source puts it.
Wow. Okay, that's quite a comprehensive picture from this material. So to kind of wrap up the key points, AI is accessible, even without coding skills initially. It's powerful for solving real local problems.
Right, across sectors like farming, education, health.
It offers genuine entrepreneurial pathways. And crucially, it demands an ethical, responsible approach.
Exactly. It's a vision of AI as this dynamic, growing tool, but one that young Africans can actively shape, not just be shaped by it, using it to build, Africa's intellectual, creative, innovative future.
That's a really compelling vision. And maybe a final thought for everyone listening based on all this. Given how the material lays out, using AI, starting small, focusing on community needs, using accessible tools, how could those same principles apply to your own context, your own community, wherever you are? Something to maybe chew on.